everybody knows me, but just in case, I'm Joe Morella. I'm your, what we call in Keller Williams, your operating principal. I'm also your newly named designated managing broker. I've been the managing broker for the 20 years, but now that the IDFPR says we have to call ourselves the designated managing broker. So that's one of my other titles. So this Ignite/Spark program, if you follow what is prescribed, we'll use that word, within 3 or 4 months, if you did what you're supposed to be doing every single day, 5 days a week, you'll have more business than what you know what to do with, which will be a good thing. The key is doing that 4-letter word, work, but more importantly, the work that you should be doing, not the work that, can just suck time and not be productive. Okay. There's work that has to get done and needs to get done. That's fine. But however, there's your money-making activities. Your money-making activities are the things that need to get done first and foremost, or you're not going to be having business. Some of you have heard me state some of this before, but it still holds true. And why don't we just, for lack of a better word, go around the room, everyone, 30-second your elevator speech, just quickly who you are and what you're looking forward to get out of Ignite/Spark. Dominic, you're up first on my screen, so why don't you go ahead?
Oh, perfect. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. My name's Dominic Chiappetta. I actually started my sales career about 7 years ago in the travel industry. And so the pandemic just kind of gave me an opportunity to launch my own business in travel and finally achieve a long-term goal of getting my real estate license. So with Ignite, I'm truly just looking for, I always like to hear positive stories from people who have success, proven success, but also just wrap my head around like a good schedule. Like when I wake up in the morning, obviously how work on my scripts, reach out to customers. So just like kind of perfecting, hearing from past real estate agents or current real estate agents, but also learning to perfect my own individual schedule that works well with me.
Very cool. Akut, why don't you go ahead? You have your camera on. I'd love to have everyone's camera on if at all possible.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. I started with Keller Williams Realty Partners in past June. So I am like, 6-7 months with the company, learning a lot. And with the Ignite program, that's something I've been, I was very happy when I received the email last week. Seems like there is a good tons of learning, and I am looking forward to, being more knowledgeable and learning a lot from those people that are gonna, teach us, you two and Kim, and so that will be a good learning opportunity. So that's what I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic, fantastic. Kim?
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everybody. I'm excited to
morning.
be here because I love learning, and every December I kind of look at what I accomplished for that year, and then I create a plan for the next year. So even though I've been in real estate for many years, I feel like every year is the first year, and it just gets me energized.
Fantastic. And just so y'all know, Kim's a capper, so it's not like she's this isn't just for new agents. So welcome. And she's an ALC member, so that just goes to show you her and Jane as well on the call. This isn't just for new agents. It's to inspire and get everybody going and ignite their year. So way to go. Jimmy.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, so I was impacted by the whole COVID situation. I didn't really like where I was, and I just thought this was the perfect time to kind of reinvent what I'm doing. Looking forward to kind of get I guess, I don't know what I'm what to expect from Ignite, but maybe some motivational perspective kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Vanessa, you want to chime in?
Hello, everyone. My name is Vanessa. I got my license back in, I believe, November 9th was the happiest day of my life that I passed the test. Yeah, real estate is something that I've always been interested in, but never had, I guess, the courage to pursue it. But you know, COVID obviously impacted so many of us. So I just decided, hey, why not? Let's do it. Let's go for it. So yeah,
Very
best
good.
decision of my life.
All right. Excellent. Mrs. Rivera, who is that?
Hi, it's me, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Victoria Rivera. I am actually brand new to real estate. I'm a homemaker, mother of 7. I was a young mother. I had my first child at 14. So I basically threw my whole life away after that, being dedicated to my children. So I guess we could say when COVID hit, something snapped, I went crazy. So I started to better myself. And yeah, and I continued with that. When everybody told me I couldn't, I just had to stand up and do it. I went to school, got my broker's license, and now I'm an active broker with Keller Williams. And this year, I hope to get in the swing and the routine of being a businesswoman in 2021.
Yes.
All right. Excellente. The Jane.
Okay, I had to turn on my camera for you.
Thank you, Jane. You look lovely.
I
You
just
look careful
wanted to
about that.
I wasn't going to do that. But anyway, I just want to say hello to everyone and just encourage everyone. It's so nice to see. I miss meeting the new people in the office. You know, even if you've been in business as long as I have, you're always learning. You're always trying to get motivated and get back on track. And I want this year to be a lot better than last year. So even though I may know more than you do, there's always other things to learn.
Very good. Very good. Georgia.
Good morning, everyone. My journey started, I was in a family of real estate, but never an agent directly. And following now in that family business, I followed my husband to Keller Williams, and I'm really, really excited and so happy I did so in September. And I'm really looking forward to getting more like hyper-focused activities and accountability from Ignite, some great ideas, and then like implementation. So that's my hope with this group. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Some great words. Candy.
Good morning, everyone. I'm in baby mode right now, so I'm unable to share my camera, but I'm so great to be here this morning with everybody. So I've been with Keller Williams Realty Partners for actually 2 years this month. And I've taken Ignite before and I loved it with Kim, the coach, the PC coach. She's amazing. And I'm looking to just refresh my habits and get into a new a mindset and how to build my business better this year than I did last year.
Fantastic. Shaheen.
Hi everyone, good morning. Happy New Year to everyone. Yeah. So as you know, we are husband and wife team, and now I'm more active since my husband started, his full-time job. So I'm more active and looking forward to this new year and hoping, to be the best year. It's going to be my first year. Maybe it's going to be the best year. And I'm also very excited with this Ignite course that's going to start soon from today. I'm really excited, with Joe and Lydia. So I'm here. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Now we got people, let's see. Maria, also known as. I think she's still in California. Oh, there she is. You're on mute, Maria.
Yes, you're right. I did this now.
There you go.
So this is a very old agent, so you don't have send but I really need to keep in touch and have the motivation going, because this is something what we always learn. And with Jane saying, we miss the people in the office, so we need to really keep in touch sometimes. And this is basically the year when we have to work a really different way than we used to. So everything gonna be a little new this year. So I hope to just get something else to.
Very good, very good. Kira.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
This is, I actually just got a happy anniversary card like a couple days ago, and I was like, what is this? I guess it means that I've been with Keller Williams for a year now. And I mean, wow, that year went by really fast. So what I'm looking forward to getting out of Ignite is the accountability and motivation, and really coming together, putting together like a more clear-headed path to build my business with more focus and clarity. And that's what I'm really hoping to get out of this.
Very good, very good. Mary Kay.
You caught me writing notes.
Okay.
Well, I am Mary Kay. I've known Joan and Jean for a few years now. I come from a kind of an entrepreneurial background. My grandfather immigrated and started a business here in Des Plaines, where I live. I've always wanted and always been interested in having my own thing. When I got married, my husband had his, so I felt one of us needed to have a regular steady paycheck, and that wound up being me. And I was in corporate for many, many, many years. In the last 5 years, I've had a lot of changes. I'm now a caregiver for my mom. I've got kids in college, and was looking for a big change for myself. Found myself back interested in real estate, something I've always been interested in, and fell into Keller Williams and just love this group and the community here. They're wonderful. I am the type of person that I can get into that learn mode and never start moving. So I feel like being a part of the group that I'm in, that's been helping that. Like, what action have you been taking? But also through working in corporate for so many years, I've learned there's systems that are out there that are working, and you can make them your own. So I'm looking forward to learning from others who have been doing this for a while, like Joe and Lydia, learning more about those systems and how I can make them my own and start this year off ignited.
Oh, better turn that in. Who's Jimmy DeMac?
That's me, Jim Antonopoulos.
Oh, hello, Jimmy DeMac.
I just leave that through my phone. I've done Ignite prior. I've been in Ignite before, and the clarity that it gives you and the approach that it gives you to real estate really sorry about that. Really helped.
That's okay. No problem, man.
So that's why I'm interested. It really helped me in the beginning of my career kind of get things in order and know and understand what activities and what needs to be done as a real estate agent. So it really, really helped me when I was part of it last time. So I'm looking forward to it again. And that's why Georgia's on too, because of the importance I feel that this group, how important this group is to helping our business.
Fantastic. Murda.
Hello.
Hello. We're all
I just-
introducing, just a quick 30 seconds on who you are and what you're looking forward to about Ignite.
I got in late. I just saw the
I
email.
know. That's why I told you what we were discussing. Tell everyone who you are and what you're looking forward to with Ignite.
So I'm Myrna Gonzalez. I am right now a part-time agent. I work full-time for an architecture and interior design firm. And I just want to learn all the tips and tricks so that I can become full-time.
Okay, very good. And there's no such thing as a part-time agent. You're dual career. And we have people who are I'm putting in air quotes, part-time, who make more money than putting in air quotes, full-time agent. So it's about mindset, okay? So
Okay.
don't ever say again, I'm just a part-time agent, because you're not just a part-time agent. Nobody is, okay?
Okay.
Don't put yourself down. We would call that a poor affirmation.
All right.
Kim Dietz.
Well, hello. Basically,
Hello.
I'm here to support and to interact with everyone on the call. I'm so excited to see so many of you here. I've known many of you for years and some of you just for a few days. And I know for a fact that this is going to help put things in perspective for you, to come up with just focusing on the basics. And a key word that I did hear flying around is implementation. That is one of the largest things that you will learn, because we will go through a lot of these topics and have some awesome conversations. The importance is you implement what you learn before we move on to the next. So I'm happy to be here and carry on.
Thank you. Last but certainly not least, Lydia.
Hello.
Ooh.
So, and obviously all of you know me as your agent services coordinator and tech coordinator for the office. I'm, as you all also know, very passionate about technology. And I've been in the real estate business now for almost 3 years, been with Keller Williams for 2.5 years. And I am super excited to be a part of today's class, and I'm looking forward to seeing all that we're all going to learn together. So even though I'm teaching part of this class, I'm learning a lot, even just listening from you guys. So looking forward to Ignite 2.0 with all of you.
Very good. But then we have one more. Sheena, we're telling a quick 30 seconds who you are and what you're looking forward to about Ignite.
Hi guys, I'm Sheena Gutierrez. I am on the Bella Homes team. I love selling houses. I am looking forward to learning as much as I can. I think I've taken this class like 5 times, the course, and I always learn a lot, something new every time.
So again, this reaffirms how important education is in taking this. Sheena's another capper, has been on the ALC. So it's great to see the support and the experienced agents, because some people think this is just for new agents, and it's not. We all are constantly learning. I've been in real estate for 28 years as a licensee. However, I've also, I had invested in real estate before then. So in being in a real estate business, it's probably over 30 years, and not a week or two goes by where something comes across my desk and go, wow, that's new, or that's different. When I first started, there was no emailing listings because you still had the books and you had dummy terminals, and it was definitely a whole different thing. So just the transition and transformation of the industry is happening daily. So thanks everyone for sharing. We're going to get into a lot of this. Here's the notes that I took on some of the keywords of what was brought up: schedule, work, database, business owners. You guys are your building business owners. Habits, that kind of goes with the schedule work. Accountability, who's holding you accountable to do what you're supposed to do every single day. Motivation, what's motivating you? You're a big why. We're gonna get into that a little bit, but motivation comes from, I'm pointing at my chest, not my Bears logo. Pointing at the chest comes from the inside, and it comes from why you're doing this. That's really, Joe can have all these fiery speeches, and Kim and Lydia, and we can get up there and cheer you on. But unless it's coming from in here inside you and the activities that you're doing every day, motivation will be fleeting. It has to come from the inside. So that's a big part of that. So in the next few weeks, we're gonna build on everything every single day about building your database, which I mentioned. You're going to be practicing scripts, contacting clients, prospective clients, getting to know the market. And what you're going to do is you're going to establish your core activities and habits to build on your real estate career. So your big why. So why, I'll say it like Gary Keller says it, he's a Texan, why did you become a real estate agent? What were your hopes and goals? I mean, you've all become, you've decided to be your own business person. I mean, let's face it, we have all the tools and everything else, but your success in real estate is up to you. If it is to be, it is up to me. Most everyone on this Zoom call has heard me say that. I heard that the first week I got into real estate. It's still true today as it was 28 years ago. If it is to be, it is up to me. So you've got to make things happen. But why did you get into real estate? What were your hopes? What's your goals? What's your dreams? What do you anticipate in getting out of it? Think about that for a moment, okay? And it's important to establish your mindset and your goals starting right now, okay? Real estate is very exciting. I've been doing it for a long time. However, you got to understand there's going to be ups and downs in real estate. It's just a fact. We had an agent around here years ago. He's retired. He was probably about 5'8", and he used to always kid, yeah, I was 6'2" when I started this job. Because when you're dealing with people, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. And in any job that you have, there's going to be stuff that you're going to have to do that maybe it's not, that's not 100% like to do that, but too bad, do it anyway. So what keeps pushing through that is your big why. Why are you doing this? Why did you decide real estate? It is. I mean, usually when you tell people, and chime in if I'm wrong, people are like, oh, I got my real estate license. People are like, oh, isn't that exciting? Isn't that wonderful? And it is. However, it's not like we see on HGTV where, you show 3 homes and they buy one of them in 30 minutes. That's not the case. Would be. Sometimes it could happen, but it's generally not going to be that way. So during the night, you'll learn a lot about the ins and outs and how to find and keep business. You'll learn everything you need to do to make a transaction happen. Okay. And the more you're connected, the more you want to do. It's all about you and you making and creating your success. We have the tools for you. And if you do what you're supposed to do, you will find that success. There will be some bumps in the roads, especially those who are experienced. We can probably sit here for a couple hours and talk about the bumps without even really digging deep. But it's those happy clients, the ones that love you, the ones that you see later on, the clients that then years later you sell their kids' homes. I mean, it's wonderful. Okay. What limiting beliefs do some of you have? Limiting belief are things that, like I said, a bad affirmation. I'm just a part-time agent. Maybe that meant to you, and I could be wrong, that, I can't sell as much as the people who are doing it full-time, which is totally untrue. Okay. What other limiting beliefs do some of you have about getting and going and starting in the business on why, boom, you can't be successful right away? Jump in. Come on, guys, we need participation. Can't just be Joe.
Okay, I can tell one. I can tell one, which is I'm just new. You know, I'll sell 6 months from now. I'm just new. I don't have to sell one now. You know what I mean? Makes sense?
The buyer saying that, or you?
Me as a realtor.
Because you're new, you're not going to get a transaction for 6 months?
Yeah, it's like because I'm new, it's kind of like in my mind, like, oh, it's okay for me not to sell one right now. You know, I'll sell one down the road. You know what I mean? Like that mindset that puts you behind.
Okay, you answered your own question. It puts you behind.
Yeah.
And that's not true. I've known people that have sold houses and listed homes within their first week, their first couple of weeks. I sold a house my second, well, it might have been my third full weekend, my second full weekend in the business, because I was out doing things. I did the activity, which happened to, many of you heard the story, happened to meet the client who bought the house and got it. So you got to put yourself in a way to be prepared to have that success. So that would be a limiting mindset. Oh, I can't get anything for a while because I'm new. That's a bunch of hooey. Anybody else?
There's too much competition out there, and why would they go with me?
Okay. There's one. That's not even just for new agents. There is a lot of competition out there. You can't swing a stick without hitting another realtor. Everybody on this call, if I say who's the best realtor on this call right now, should raise their hand. You have to believe that. There you go. You have to believe that. And you've got to get to that point where you're comfortable knowing that. Because let me tell you, who on this call doesn't believe that they can take care of their client better than anybody else? Who will love on them, take care of them, make sure things happen for them better than anybody else on this call?
I will.
There you go. And that's the mindset you got to have. Okay. You know, Gene loves to say, boy, when I first got into business, people would say, how long have you been in the business? And I would chuckle and say, seems like forever. Right. And you have to have that positive attitude, that confidence. And there's nothing wrong with being newer. That's no problem. And you tell them, listen, hey, when you get me, you get me. I will take care of you. I will be latched onto you. You know, I'm trying to think of a nice thing. Like a bulldog attaches to a piece of meat. I'm going to be attached to you, and we're not going anywhere, and everything will be taken care of, and I'm going to protect you, and I'm going to keep you. And you got to know that and believe that, because you do have all the resources at your fingertips to help them out. So, any more? One more?
I guess how to.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that I'm not enough, or I don't know enough.
Mm-hmm.
Or and that now is not a good time with COVID. You know, like, how are you going to meet people?
Okay, well, let's take the COVID thing. 2020, there are more properties closed in 2020 than any other year on record.
Wow.
So, well, there goes that idea. Right? The total number of units sold in the United States, as it was projected, will be more than any other year, including the run-up in the early 2000s. There you go. And you have the tools to do, if people, you know, we have the protocols in place and the tools in place to make you and them as safe as possible. So and finding them is no different than it was before COVID. Maybe appointments are a little different because we got to wear a mask, you know, and you're keeping distance, but we have all the electronic ways you can Zoom with them, you can FaceTime with them. I've done all those. Lydia, what's the Google Hangouts? You have all that.
FaceTime.
There you go. I sold a house to a guy transferring in from Pennsylvania. Didn't see it till it came into town. We sold it. I went to a bunch of houses. We FaceTimed everyone. He picked them out. We drove around. He mapped them out. As soon as I got to each house, called them. Here we go. Here we go. We're looking around. Here's this. Here's that. Go back to the other room. Okay. Okay. And we've done that before. That was before COVID. So we have all the tools. You have all the tools to be successful. So, and it's a people business. So it's about finding the people, making a connection, and then helping them buy or sell a home, helping them with their needs. So great job, guys. Thanks for the participation. You know, and you know, you talk about Henry Ford and his quote, if you think you can, if you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. Okay. So it starts up here. It starts with your attitude. It starts with your mindset that you can do it, that you're the best. And you are, and you have all the tools. And it's never a problem to say, I don't know. That's never a problem. I say that, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Joe, what about this? I don't know, but you know what? Let me find out. And you have a huge source of information with all of us on this call, let alone the other 160 people that are here. You need a help, or an answer, or you need some type of tradesperson, anything, we're all willing to help. And that's the beauty of our market center. Okay. As you go through Ignite, look for ways where you're limiting your own success and remove those barriers. Okay. Well, Kim and Lydia, I'm sure, get out of your own way. That's the way that I put it. And you got to connect your goals with your big why and push through to achieve those goals. Okay. Now we were talking about schedules. I think it's the next slide coming up, isn't it? And there it is. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. If you have the guidebook, it's page 4, I believe. Now, what's the secret to being a successful real estate agent? Just so you know, there is no secret. Okay. It's about your big why and what you do every day. I mean, it says it right here. Lead generate for buyers and sellers, make seller listing presentation, get listings, make buyer presentations and get listings. So that would be like a buyer's agency agreement. And preview real estate, know the market. Okay, that's it. Ta-da! We can just shut it down. If you guys did that every day, life would be good. Okay, many of you have heard me say our job is not to help people buy and sell homes. That's not our job. For those of you who heard it before, what is your job?
To find people.
There you go. Way to go, Jimmy. To find the people that want to buy and sell homes. So then you can go ahead and help them buy and sell homes. Okay. It's that simple. I've got to find people who want to buy and sell homes before I can go ahead and help them buy and sell homes. So that's your job. You know, what was the old Ford? Quality is job 1. For you guys, finding people that want to buy and sell homes is job 1. That's your number 1 job every day. And then you have the way to run your business. Market seller listings, show buyers houses, negotiate contracts, transaction management to closing. We even have services that can help you with that. Vendor management, that's kind of, you know, with your title companies, with your inspectors, that kind of stuff. You got to set goals. You should have your goals. If not, get your goals for the year and push yourself a little bit, okay? Compliance, risk management, we all help you with that. That's for sure. I'll put it in a nice way. Don't do anything stupid. Okay, be smart. You don't know, say you don't know, and find out. Okay. 10 training, get coaching. Congratulations, you already did one of those today. And then manage your money. And when you get your money in, you got to manage it. Okay, we get nice sized paychecks. Let's not kid ourselves. We get paid well for what we do when we get a closing. Okay, but now when you get your money, you got to manage it because you are your own business owner. Uncle Sam, don't forget about that, gets their chunk of change as well, and as well as everything else. So, any questions on that? Nothing? Okay. So there's your schedule. Now it's putting it together. Okay. What is Spark? Spark is part of Ignite. It's to fuel your career, and there's all the different modules that are coming up in the next few weeks. Okay, so make sure you're getting on these. Now, if you need a refresher on it, I see that Lydia is recording this, but also you can go on Connect and watch the sessions as well on there from the KWRI, which means Keller Williams Realty International, the KWRI staff doing them as well. Okay, we're going to prepare you for success, to get things going. Recaps, ahas, daily success habits. That's going to kind of be the building block of what's happening with, as you guys mentioned, building your database, script practicing, lead generation, contract practicing. Lydia, I'm doing contracts Thursday. Isn't that what I said earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
Thursday at 1 p.m. I believe.
Thursday, 1 p.m. It is extremely, extremely important you know how to fill out a contract. I mentioned I sold my house, sold my first property the second weekend I was in the business, because I practiced with the contract and I read the contract over and over and over again to make sure I knew the contract. Okay, I expect the same from you guys. The contract is your main tool of your business. If you don't know the contract, and it's filling in the blanks. So it's complicated, but it's not difficult. Or as they say in Keller Williams, it's simple, but it's not easy. But you need to read that over. Pick a listing out. Have fun. Pick out something like in Wilmette, where they got like a $15 million property, and can pretend like you're selling that, and fill out the listing agreement for that. What are you showing us, Mary Kay?
I just put it on my calendar.
There you
It's
go.
blocked.
There you go. There's also tutorials on the MLS as well. So they don't do a good job as me, but it'll still help you. But you need to know the contract. We'll discuss at some point in time different personality types and what have you, which is very important when you're negotiating. I'm a high D if you use the DISC model, which part of it is we don't like to look bad, we don't like to be wrong. So maybe that was part of my motivation to make sure I knew the contract right away. But I was prepared because I expected success. And I expect success from each and every one of you, and you should for yourselves as well. Any questions on that? Any of that? Nothing? So we have a video with Gary Keller that Lydia is going to work on playing for us.
This course will allow you to get off to a fast start you can build on. Because if you repeated the principles every 90 days for a year, believe me, you have an awesome first year. And just as important, you would have built the foundation and momentum for your entire career. It is practical, realistic, and easy to apply. It's about the fundamentals that determine your level of success in the business of real estate. From our research with top agents, we have found that they too started their careers with these fundamentals, and they continue to do them along with their teams to this very day. And it's not hard. It just requires a little focused effort, a few hours every day. Now, there is really just one way to achieve the goal. It's lead generation. Other skills are important, yet without leads to work with, your skills won't mean a thing. Dealing with business never takes precedence over what? Finding business. Never. Research shows that top producing agents make lead generation their number one priority and the one thing they make sure they always get done. You can do this. And when you do, you will get the leads, the relationships, the experiences, the career, and the income that you want and deserve. Go get them, and good luck.
All right. There's Jason Abrams. The, oops, I picked up the wrong thing. So Gary is the king of lead generation. You would think, what does Gary Keller have to do? Why does he have to lead generate? He still does that every single day to build his business, to continue to build his empire. And that's the key. The key is getting leads. If there's one thing, well, there's two. If it is to be, it is up to me. But then there's a saying that Dave Jenks, who co-authored most all of Gary Keller's books, is still around. He used to have everyone in it. There are times he would get rooms, there was thousands of us in it, and he would have us stand up and repeat several times this saying, that my success is in direct proportion to the number of people when they think of real estate, think of me. And he used to have us do our hands. So it would be my success, he'd have us do a $, is in direct proportion to the number of people when they think of real estate, that's an R, think of me. He used to have everyone, I think one point in time he had 15,000 people doing that. It was a lot of fun, but it also sets it into your brain. That's what a successful sales career, no matter what it is, you can put in TVs or cars or anything else, but in my success is in direct proportion to the number of people when they think of real estate, think of me. And that's what you want. You want those people out there when they say, oh, we're thinking about buying or selling, boom. They think of Jimmy, they think of Vanessa, they think of Mary Kay, they think of Joe Morella. That's what you want. If they have a real estate need, whether it's buying or selling or someone they know, okay, training the people to call you with their name and number. But also they need a plumber, they need a roofer, anything that has to do with real estate, you have to get to the point where it pops into their brain that they need to call you. That's how you build a successful real estate group. What's our next slide there, Lydia? I think it talks about what I was just talking about.
Hi, I'm Gary.
Oh, look at that. The video was in here.
Oh, was it? It went up automatically?
Yep.
That's funny. Okay, we were having a tough time finding the video, guys. Well,
Yeah.
I was having a tough time. Lydia found it. Here you go. Nothing else about your business will have as big an impact on it as the number of leads you have. So that's what we say. The number one thing you should do is finding people that want to buy and sell property. That's your job. Okay. You could be the best trained person in the world on scripts and dialogues, but if you don't have anybody to work with, I don't want to say you're useless, but those skills aren't being used. Okay. So you gotta do that. Okay. So the next, we have Spark, the whys and hows of real estate and the elements and daily success habits. So many of you, let me stop for a second. Anybody have any questions? I've been talking a lot. I didn't even look to see if there's a chat. No, nothing in chat. Questions, anybody? Concerns?
No questions.
Okay, thanks. Someone's listening anyway. You're going to learn the basic foundations of developing client relationships, finding clients, building what's going on. And then you'll move to the elements where you're going to work on your skills and what have you and getting the appointments. Okay. And the key is it's going to be through people. It's, well, they just bought a house or whatever. Well, those friends of yours who bought a house a year and a half ago, maybe they won't be selling anytime soon. However, now everyone, you should write this down. This is very powerful stuff. The average person knows 5 people a year that move. What does everyone think of that number? This is off script, so just bear with me. What does that mean to everybody?
That's
Gotta get your
exciting.
name out there. Yeah.
Okay, Mary Kay said in the
5
signing, what did
transactions.
somebody else say?
I
That's
said you
5
gotta get your name.
transactions you could have?
5 transactions. Jimmy, what did you say?
Get your name out there. So
Get your name
referrals.
out there. So right, that means it's very exciting. Mary Kay, why'd you say that was very exciting?
I just think it's encouraging. You know, I mean, everybody knows a hell of a lot more than 5 people. And if you multiply that by 5, that's astronomical.
Let's pretend you have 200 people in your database. How many leads could that possibly be? Guys, it's simple math. 1,000, Dominic. That seemed to get you excited.
For sure. Yeah, that's money right there.
So that means if you have 200 people that you know that know you, and you reach out to them in a systematic way, that there's an opportunity for 1,000 leads in your database. That's why my success is in direct proportion number of people when they think of real estate, think of me. So now you can't be, some of you recently quoted me on this. You can't be a secret agent, okay? You have to be shouting from the mountaintop to your realtor, okay? That you're there to help them. You can't be obnoxious with it. I guess maybe some people that might work for them. But you can't be a secret agent. You can't not be discussing that number. Now here's an exercise. Everyone grab your cell phone. I want to see who has the lowest number. You open up your contacts. Go ahead, play along, everybody. And scroll all the way down to the bottom. Let's see who has the highest and the lowest number. Right-hand side.
I have 306.
330?
306.
306. Who is that?
Me, Sheena.
Hello, Sheena. I thought I recognized your voice. Everyone doesn't pop up here. So 306, Sheena, I'm surprised that seems low for you.
I don't.
That's okay. So 306 times 5, that's over 1,500 leads available to you this year just in your phone. Let's pretend there's crossover and it's only 3. So that would be almost 1,000. It'd be over 900 lead possibilities in your phone. How's that? I have 1,339. Who else? Anyone have over 1,300 or under 300?
I have 221.
221. Okay.
I have 1,166.
Woohoo! There's 5,000 leads.
Oh my God.
So now the person who has the lowest, I forgot who that name was, didn't pop up on my screen.
Victoria.
200 and something. That's still over 1,000 opportunities. Just in your phone. That's not even counting all the people that are on Facebook, all the people you know on Instagram or Snapchat. Does anyone even use Snapchat anymore? Or any of the other social media.
Instagram.
Your Twitter followers. So the lowest person with the person with the lowest number of contacts in their phone on here has a possibility of on average 1,000 people that their people are going to know are going to buy and sell.
That sounds
Zowie.
okay. That sounds
Zowie,
okay.
Zowie. So now you got to find them. Okay. Now you got to get to them. Now they got to know that you're in real estate and you're there to help them. Okay. Dominic, think about all the people you do karaoke with and everything else that I know that's like a huge following and club and grouping. And
yeah, legit. Like the whole start of all of this, it's just like when you realize how many people you've come in contact with over the years, and then just introducing, letting them know you could help them. Like at first it's intimidating, but like I've been learning that like they're loving to hear from me. They're congratulating me. They're wishing me well. So it hasn't really been like a bad like experience just reaching out to them and introducing myself as now a real estate agent. So it's scary at first, but like it's been a very positive experience.
Yep. So your sphere, that's what we talk about. You hear about it, SPHERE, sphere. That's where you start. Those are the people who know you, most likely like you and trust you. There's no better place than to start with those people. Those are the people who are your cheerleaders, your group of people that love you the most. Next slide, Lydia. Okay. NAR, 66% of sellers, 41% of buyers found their agent through a friend, neighbor, relative, or some other way. Ironically, the millennials, the generation buying most of the properties right now, are 2 times more likely, I think that's about the number, to look for a referral source through somebody they know more than any other generation. They talk about all the online stuff and everything else. However, they're more likely to look to their sphere, their folks and uncle, friends, in choosing a real estate agent. Kind of interesting, isn't it? I thought it was going to be, well, it's almost all online stuff. And then now that we've sold a lot of our friends and family and their kids' homes and whatever, it holds true. And we're getting the call. We looked at this, we looked at that, we did our research. So they're finding stuff online. They're doing the research. However, we need help explaining the process and someone helping us through the process. They're 2 times more likely to use a realtor than any other generation as well. So that statistic came out about 1.5 years ago, and it's holding more true now than I think I've ever seen. Okay. Lydia is going to take you through the next couple of sessions when I have to get out of here at 11 shortly. You got to remember people's life circumstances are causing them to move. And this, this crazy epidemic, I think I was one of the first realtors. I'm going to take credit for it if I wasn't. To use coin the word Zoom room, in some of our listings. People are, all things changing, people getting married. People always have to buy and sell. Even when the market was in, call it down, I won't call it, I was going to say the toilet. During from 2008 to 2012, there were still homes that sold. People always have to move. They get married, they get divorced, they get job transfers. They're going to be working home, so they want an extra room because their kids or their significant other or their spouse is driving them nuts, and they need to be able to work. So there's always people that need to buy and sell. So the thing is, there's too many realtors. There's always going to be people buying and selling, no matter what's going on in the world. And now with historically low interest rates, you have to do that. Next slide, please, Lydia. And page 8 of your participant guide, if you will. You have to constantly stay in touch with your sphere. You don't know when things are going to change. And these are the peaks and valleys of real estate. I'm thinking about it. We're not thinking about it. We're never going to move. And then boom, something happens. And that's where those black dots are, the highs and the lows. Okay, so you're going to get people as they go through life's situations. House is too big, house is too small. Oh, we're having a child. We want to get out of the condo because we got a dog. You never know when things are going to change. That's why you have to constantly be in contact with them. For those of the agents in here that have been on this call that have been in the business for a long time, I kid, there's an old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Well, in real estate, that's not true. Absence makes them forget about you. There's times where, you think about someone and you don't, I didn't call them this in the past 6 months, and you show up at a party or something. Well, we could go to parties. And then they put their hands on their head and they're like, oh my gosh. And those of you, Sheena, Nara, Jane, Maria, you'll know, We just bought a house and we should have called you. Oh, yeah. And whose fault is that? That's mine. Mine. I own all those, by the way. I own them because if they didn't call me, that was my fault. Now, if I had been in contact with them constantly, then that's a whole different story. And it means I didn't do something right. Remember, if it is to be, it is up to me. So absence doesn't make the heart grow fonder. Absence makes them forget about you. So you need to stay in touch with them because you don't know where they are in that life cycle of a move. Next slide, please, Lydia. So what do you say? You know, that was some of the things that I think that we have on what's the schedule, what do we do, you know, what are the habits? Here's I think we studied this when I was studying marketing in college. What do we talk to people about if I'm calling them? Well, what I've been using the past year is, how are you? How's your family? Is there anything I can do to help? There's the only script you really need right now. How are you? How's your family? Is there anything I can do to help? Now you guys are, if you're new, and by the way, I'm in real estate now as well. How's there anything I can do to help? But these are the things, if you need something to talk about with anybody, you use the old Ford. Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. These are the conversations you have with your family and friends anyway, right? How's the family? How's work going? What are you doing for fun? You guys have any dreams that you want to accomplish this year? You can pick any of these and they will work. And any and all of them. If you ever think, well, gee, what do I say? There you go. How are you? How's your family? How is things going? Anything I can do to help. Okay. And another saying, James Shaw, care, concern, common sense. If you do that in the next several months, if you did this every single day in the next several months and call all those people in your database, life will be good. I guarantee you, you'll have more business than you know what to do with within 6 months. I think when we use this program's changed a lot over the years. It was originally, well, I forgot what it was originally called. Then they went to 4-4-3, which means 4 listings, 4 sales in 3 months. Okay, that was what. And then they developed Ignite, and they said if you did what you're supposed to do, you have 16 transactions in the next year. I don't know if you guys would be happy with 16 transactions or not, but that would, just upon our average sale prices, that would give you a pretty decent income. I say, if you did everything that we tell you to do in Ignite every single day for the next 6 months, you will probably have 30 plus transactions. But you got to be willing to do the what?
Work.
The work. There you go.
Work.
And stay on schedule and do it, because when you get stuff under contract, it takes you away from doing your primary job, which is what?
Lead generation.
There you go. Finding people who want to buy and sell. Lead generation. I think it was Sheena. That's your job. And when we get involved in all the other minutia, we put the lead generation back, so that all of a sudden we close a bunch of properties and we got nothing in the pipeline. You always got to keep your pipeline going. Okay, because that's your future income. Any questions on that? Nothing? You're a quiet group today. Nothing. Okay. Well, folks, next slide, Lydia, which I think puts us right on time for you to take over. Woohoo! Know the tools. Now the exciting part. You get to hear from Lydia. Keep it up, folks. I'm so happy to see, what are there, 20 of us on this Zoom call. I'm so happy that you guys are here. It's the first business day of the year, and actually things are really busy. This year is supposed to be 10% busier than last year, 5 to 10. 5 to 10 is what the pundits are saying. 5 to 10% busier than last year, and last year was a record year. Think about that. So there's plenty of business. There's a lot of us, realtors that is, there's plenty of business to go around. It's up to you. If it is to be, it is up to me. You are responsible now to go find those people and then take care of them. Okay, and we have the tools and everything else, but it's up to you to make sure you get it done. And you can get it done. You guys have everything. You have the knowledge, which we're giving you more of, but you have the opportunity to people know you, like you, and trust you, and they will use you. But they just got to know that you're in the business and you're there to help. So I have to get on another call. Take care, everyone. Rock and roll. If you need anything, let me know.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Ciao all.
Later, Joe. All right, so next section is know the tools. Just from what you guys learned from Joe, what you guys know about the resources that we have, what do you guys think your tools are going to be? Or one of your tools?
Command.
Yes. Bingo. So command will be one of the tools. I know that all of you should be at least familiar with what command is. If you're not, it is the way that we manage our business. So that's tool number one. Tool number two is going to be your Ignite toolkit, and I'll show you guys how to access that. So let's go there now. So go to kwconnect.com, and when you get into kwconnect.com, you're gonna hover over training and then go to KWU. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you guys the direct link too. But if you lose this link, because I'm gonna send it in the chat. And then head on over to Ignite 2.0 Lab. And then you're gonna go over to materials. And then right here, the very last one under student files is your Ignite toolkit. So I know that some of you might even already have this downloaded. Gonna download it as a zip file. And then within it, you're gonna have several different documents that you can use. And you're gonna be using this all together with command. So by the end of the section, you're going to know how to enter a contacting command, which I think you should all know, and become familiar with the resources that you have within this Ignite toolkit. So let me switch the screen over here. Let's see. Is anyone having issues with logging into command? Are you all able to log into command?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right, so you guys can see this, right? My list. Yes. So you can see there's 19 different documents within our Ignite toolkit. So I would go ahead and download this now. I'm going to send you guys the link to where it's at in the chat. Just this little shortcut. All right. You might have to log in before you do that. All right, so we're back on the slideshow. All right, so I know that you guys are probably have used a cloud, for example, Google Cloud or iCloud before, right? And everyone's familiar with what a cloud is. So we have our Keller Cloud, which is a one-stop shop where you can hold all of your tools, hold all of your data, your contact information that you can access from anywhere. So you can access it by going through the command website. You can access it by going through your Kelly app. And on the consumer end, we also have the KW app, which when you actually do have a client, that's how you're gonna be able to help communicate with your clients. Who's been using the KW app at all with clients? or at least exploring it on your own. Yeah.
I have there's something I don't like on the app you always have to log in like manually. It doesn't remember your username or password.
Yeah.
Is that a request we could put in, or
what kind of phone do you have?
I have an iPhone.
There should be a feature where you could save your password.
Okay.
And that way all you do is push a button. It should come up for you automatically every time you're about to enter your email address. But as far as is it a request we could put in? Yes. There should be if you go to ideas.kw.com, and I assume it would already be there as well as a remember my password option on the KW.
Right.
You can always go there, try to enter the idea. If it's already there, you can vote on it. And if we get enough agents to vote on a feature that we want on whether it's Command or app, then guess what? They're going to make it for us. And that's how Command has been created. So what is Keller Williams' vision is for Keller Williams to be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers. So, I mean, we have a lot of agents throughout the country. And one of the benefits that we have is that we have this technology that is our own technology. So it being a cloud, one point of access for everything, is so that it's easy for you to be able to manage what your contacts are, what you're doing, with your contacts, how you're communicating with them. And you can see, like, we have several tools. We have Keller Mortgage. This is our part of our value proposition for clients to be able to offer them a additional source of being able to get pre-approved for a mortgage. We have Keller Covered, which is our homeowners insurance marketplace, very much like kayak.com, but for homeowners insurance. Keller Offers, we actually don't have in our area, but Keller Offers is our iBuyer, I was going to say department, but it's not really a department, but it's a tool. And then Keller Manage is for property management. That's something that's coming to our area also very soon. I know some of you might be interested in that. Our Keller Cloud is what connects us as a virtual agent, us as a market center, using Command MC on our end. Your leadership team is taking care of what you guys are doing when you're starting up through Command MC. You guys as agents are using Command to manage your business, and consumers get to use the KW app and your website in order to connect with you and find information on whatever they want help from you with, whether it's listing their home or buying a home with you. So each of these tools that we have in Command are meant to make your life a little bit simpler. There is always, as far as resources of how to use these things, there's me, there's answers.kw.com, and there's KW Connect. And if you can't find any of the answers there, you can ask other agents that are also a part of our office. They have great experience with working with these tools as well. So Joe got to talk about all the day-to-day activities. Well, I'm going to talk about text. Surprise, surprise. So Command. I think everyone knows how to log into Command. I already asked that, right? So within it, we have different applets to manage your business, manage your database, and cultivate your connections. We have smart plans, which you can use to automatically send emails to your database that remind them every day, hey, by the way, Dominic is a real estate agent. Mary Kay sends me these awesome updates about the local real estate market. And I don't know what she does to get all that information together, but she sends it to me every 10th of the month. These are the things that you can do within Command. So throughout Ignite, we're going to be talking about these tools and how you can actually use them. So I'm not going to dive too deep into it today. Just want to make sure everyone is able to actually log into Command and everyone knows how to enter a contact. Can I get a yes from everyone if you do know how to enter a contact into Command?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Does anyone not know how to enter a contact into Command? Okay. I've done my job. All right. Another thing that you need to do to make sure that you're all set up within Command is make sure that your marketing profile is ready to go. I think that everyone should have your marketing profile set up. Your marketing profile is what feeds the information about you to anything that you output from Command. So as far as your contact info, your email, your website, all of that goes into comes in from your marketing profile. Your photo, hold on. There we go. Let's go. I'm going to show you guys that because that's a little bit hidden. And I know that between all the profiles that we actually use, sometimes it's hard to remember where the hell is my marketing profile. So agent.kw.com to log into Command. And then once you're in, you're going to be clicking on your name in the upper right-hand corner right here. And then you're going to go to settings. And then you're going to, on the left-hand side, you're going to look for connect settings. And then right there is your marketing profile. So if at any time you have to update anything in your profile, this is where you can do it. So when anything goes out, any email goes out from Command, it's pulling all of this information and you're covered as far as compliance with having your market center, not your market center, your brokerage name and address on everything that you send out. So that's your Command profile.
Thank you for that. I was trying to figure out how to update my bio.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Does anyone have any questions on anything in the marketing profile? Cool. So let's continue. So your database, you're starting with your sphere. And I know that you guys know how to add a contact, but this is what Joe was talking about, everyone that you know, right? That's the people that you're going to be communicating with. These are the people that are more than likely going to be where your first transaction comes from. So these are the people that should be going into your sphere first. For those of you that said, oh, I have X amount of contacts in my iPhone or your cell phone, those contacts, start putting them into Command. If there is a bit of information, let's say you have a contact in your phone, but all you have is a name and phone number, you might still need their email, you might still need their home address. Guess what? You can give them a call, use that forward technique that Joe spoke about earlier. And hey, by the way, you know, as I mentioned, now I'm a real estate agent. I'm actually organizing my database and I wanted to make sure I had your address. Do you mind sharing that with me? You know, you don't need a script to be able to do that. It's just having a regular conversation. So the more people that you have in your database, the more powerful it becomes. And a powerful database is what produces leads for you. Also, using Command, you can use scheduling and tools to predict flow of leads and flow for your business. So throughout Ignite, some of the sections that we're going to be talking about is going to be how do we use Ignite to be able to do that. So prepare for that in the coming sessions of Ignite. And what's coming up next? So in your toolkit, the link that I sent you guys to download, you should have downloaded already. I would recommend, I don't know if some of you have a way to print at home. If you don't, and you want to pick up some of the resources printed from the office, let us know. We can print those for you so you could pick them up if you don't have the ability to print at home. It's important, like I actually did print my workbook out today, just because it's easier to just have a hands-on record of everything. I know that Jim, when you took Ignite the first time, you were always very excited to be able to fill in your new booklet into your binder. Even though we're doing this virtually, you know, you might have the PDF on your computer, but I know that when I take notes, I'd rather have pen and paper when it's something like this. So I highly recommend actually printing your documents out. Some of the things that are in your toolkit is your resources job aid, you have script books, you have a buyer lead sheet, you have your 411, you plan your day checklist, previewing homes job aid. So there are going to be some day-to-day things that you're going to be doing every day. So these are some of the resources that you're going to be using to do that. Pre-listing questionnaire, pre-listing packet, and open house tools. So I know that if you're in Kim's PC program, you are familiar with some of these tools already. How many of you already know a little bit about those?
Yes, I know about them, and it did really help. And thank you so much for sharing that. It did help printing everything out and keeping notes. And in addition, even to this day, I use it as a resource whenever I'm working with someone and I need some quick resources or notes or a call sheet or something. I can always just go back to the Ignite book, find it, print it out, and use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I know Jim would carry around his binder all the time. I'm pretty sure I've seen it like recently even. Even though I haven't seen you that much, but I know it's there. You always have it around, Jim. So even after Ignite's over, you're going to be able to use these tools as resources in the future. So prepare for success. We're going to go over what you can expect to learn in Spark, and we're gonna review what your daily 10 for. And these are the things that you're going to be using through the course of Ignite. So as you guys know from the email that you got, it's going to be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday through February 17th. We're going through the elements modules, and then we're going through the Spark modules. Actually, it's Spark and then elements. So today is Spark 1. And we can get a little preview of what it is. So today we're doing Fuel Your Career. This is kind of the order that they go in. So each one is going to talk about a different topic. We have our all-star agents actually teaching the upcoming classes. This Wednesday for lead generation is the core of your business. We're going to have Dean Moss, who is a CAPR and ALC member. We also have Kim, our productivity coach, talking about powerful language that gets you results on Friday. And then we kick off next Monday at this time with Tony the Realtor. So we have a really great lineup. I will probably be on most of these calls trying to help with getting materials to you and everything. So you guys have a little bit of expectation of what is going to happen. So by the end of all of these modules, you should, like Joe said, you should have some business going. You should have some skills that you're going to be able to use day to day for your career and everything. And one of the things that we're going to be talking about often is your database and setting goals and being able to hold each other accountable for the goals that we're working with. So let me go to to the next one. This is elementals. Elementals will be the actual activities. So once you've completed Spark and have your first appointments, we're going to move into elemental, where you're going to be focusing on getting a contract and setting yourself up to close the transaction. And this is going to be your daily 10-4. These are powerful habits that successful agents do every day throughout their careers. They're activities that support those 4 habits. So grow your database and manage your database, prospecting, follow up, and knowing your market. So what we're going to be doing for grow and manage your database is add 10 new contacts to your database every day. So from what you guys already said, some of the lowest number was 200. So from today, we're going to be making sure we add 10 new contacts to our database in command. We're going to speak with 10 people in your database. We're going to write 10 notes to people you've recently contacted. These notes can be handwritten or they can be sent as a text message. Just because we're living in a modern age right now. We have that ability to. Starting with your sphere, you already have people on your phone. You're going to add those to your database and use this as an opportunity to call them and connect with them and reconnect. I'm sure that with the holidays passing recently, you've already communicated with a few people. Then you can follow up with them with a written note or text message that thanks them for their time and helping you grow your business through their referrals. And for previewing homes, I think all of you on this call, you should have MLS access already. So to schedule, does everyone know how to schedule a showing? You're all good?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I don't have to go over that. So get to know your market. You could preview homes around your area. This is also going to be great practice if you have not had your first showing yet. You can figure out how things are going to work. Right now in the winter, especially, I feel like you need a little bit of extra preparation for when you do go to showings. There's snow in the ground. You have to deal with lock boxes. Sometimes lock boxes don't open as easily in the winter because they're covered in snow and ice. I would recommend carrying with you, a de-icer, just so that if you do come upon a lockbox that is frozen shut, you can use that. Never pour water on it.
What is a de-icer?
De-icer,
like some sort of spray or what?
Yeah, like they sell the kind that you can that you can use to spray into they sell them at like auto parts stores, because sometimes you can't get your key into your car door if you don't have doors, that kind of thing. I've come into that a lot in the winter.
Rubbing alcohol works also.
Yes, rubbing alcohol as well. That might be cheaper. You don't want to pour water on it and then make it worse for whoever is going to show the property next.
That actually happened to my listing this week. And so another thing to do is just to whack at the Sentry lockbox, just shake it really hard. It actually works that way.
Yeah, Sentry lock boxes, I think, are probably the easier ones to get into in the winter too.
So carry around a hammer.
Maybe not a hammer, maybe
a rubber mallet.
Get yourself a good pair of gloves, especially right now in the winter, and a flashlight. Sometimes they're in places where you can't see too well, or if you go to showings after the sun has set, it's kind of hard to see. Be prepared to take off your shoes before you go into listings because there's snow on the ground. Sometimes you go to listings and there is snow on the steps that haven't been cleared. Just be careful. Let your clients know to be careful. But anyway, we're going to be previewing 10 homes per week. So these can be in your area. When you schedule your showing, you can say it's just a preview because the listing agent will most likely try to reach out to you and say, what did your client think of it? If it was just a preview, then they won't be so anxious to know what your buyer thought of it if there was no buyer, obviously. It was just you preview it. So obviously looking at a property in person is very different than viewing it online. And know that what your clients will see online, and then know what the truth will be once they actually visit the property. That's going to make a big difference. If you do this every week, you're going to come to figure out that you're going to know more about the market than most, and be able to offer more tangible value to your clients by explaining to them that. So, and that's your daily 10-4. So as far as what we've got for the rest of the day, we're going to be like, once this class is done, yes, we just went through an hour and a half of teaching, but what you should be doing now is kind of reviewing the information, some of the activities that we're going to be doing, you know, for example, from our daily 10-4. Now for the rest of the day, at some point before Wednesday, you guys should go on to Command, add your 10 contacts, get in touch with some of those people, and start looking at what homes you might possibly be able to preview soon. I'm sure that you're all going to come back excited on Wednesday to talk about what you've done, how that's going, and how you're going to keep track of that is using your participant guide. The preview homes one, contacting your spirit, there's your toolkit form in that. And I'm going to upload the recording of this class onto our Facebook group, and also add it to our, I'm just trying to find an easier way to add so that everyone can access it. We're going to add it to YouTube as well, so you guys can come back and review the information that Joe was talking about earlier as well. So, recap and ahas. I want to hear some ahas from you guys.
My aha was what Joe was covering, which is add some database, or add your contacts to your database so that you can get, what is it, 5 times the amount of referrals.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. It's a great one. I think we all got the point that adding contacts to your database is very important. What are some other ahas?
That definitely was like the number one thing I took away, was just like the realization that one person could equal a total of 5 additional like referrals. But also the biggest quote that he kept saying was, if it is to what did I write? Oh, if it is to be, it's up to me. So this is just a career that, like, what you put in is what you get out. So like, that's something very important to remind yourself daily. It's so easy to stay at home and watch The Housewives.
It is.
You do that if you want to make money.
Yeah. Just like you time block the time today to take this class, time block to do those activities. Because just sitting here and listening to us talk and then like, okay, cool, that was great. I wrote these notes down. That's not going to get you any business. You got to actually do the activities. What other ahas do you have?
Yeah, motivation. You're keeping the, make sure that you always keep the motivation in your mind, in your heart, and just push it hard. I mean, the motivation is the big aha, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, same with me. Motivation should come from inside, within you.
Mm-hmm. What else?
For me, the realization that I get caught up in the 80% and I should be focused on my 20%. And Joe made it even simpler by finding people that want to buy or sell. So basically, we are looking for that specific person or people that want to buy and sell real estate. That's our job.
Absolutely.
Along with everything else, but that's the most important thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with Jimmy. I keep talking about focus in our coaching meetings the last few weeks, and I tend to get caught up in all the stuff I think I need to do or my responsibilities. And Joe just like breaking down and defining what what my job is into that one specific thing helps define everything else.
You know, you
I'm gonna,
mentioned,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
Jane?
Yeah, oh, okay. I was gonna say with mindset is, to me, it's so important, but most of that is removing barriers. And I think that how you're gonna do something, and, you know, we need to know what to do, but the plan of how to get there, how are we planning out every day? And removing those barriers, as I say, I get caught up in that 80% too. And, you know, it just comes, you don't even have to think about that you're only on the 80%. So stick with the plan.
Mm-hmm.
From Joe kind of discussing how he had gone over the contract, it was his mindset that stood out for me, that he was preparing because he expected success. So I thought that was really powerful for me, the expectation of success and everything leading to that.
Awesome. Anybody else have anything else? All right. So now that we've covered that, let me go through these slides. I don't, there is like lead generate, like part of the Ignite toolkit, there are lead generating scripts. And if we were in an in-person setting, like this kind of class would be something that, okay, we would go do what we're gonna do and then we would come back. So we're kind of adjusting that a little bit, but just so that you guys know, just because we're not doing that doesn't mean that you shouldn't put those activities into use. The classes that all kind of tie in together. So whatever activities that you guys do for your daily 10-4, and then in preparation for what's coming up next, these are what's the following slides are for. So as far as looking at the times on them, ignore that for now. As far as us doing them all together, you're still going to do them just on your own time. And a lot of your ahas included, you know, actually doing the activities and sticking to that. So just keep that in mind as we go through these next few slides. Your daily success habits. What were those again? Pop quiz.
Lead generation.
Yes, that's 1 of 4.
Preview homes.
Yes.
Handwritten notes.
Yes.
Notes to your customers.
What else?
Up to 10 people.
Yes, you guys said them all. Lead generation, I'm going to include as contacts added. So you guys got it. So you guys know what's coming up next. Here's a little bit more of lead generation. In your Ignite toolkit, there are scripts. So practicing and internalizing these scripts is what helps your business grow. So just imagine like a doctor, they have to learn anatomy before working with patients. So you guys as real estate agents need to learn scripts to prepare to have meaningful conversations with clients. There's what allow you guys to control the conversation by using purposeful language that helps you get to the end point. So review those scripts. You know, you don't have to have them memorized by the next class. Obviously, some of the classes that we have this week are going to be dealing with that. So if you guys start familiarizing yourself with what the scripts are, when we have Dean and Kim teach the classes the rest of the week, you guys will be a little bit more familiar with what material you're working with. There's going to be, you know, I invite you guys to, if you want to, before these calls or after these calls, you could definitely stay in this chat. So the Zoom link for all of us is, for all Ignite classes, is going to be the same one. So save that. And we can designate, if you guys would like, a time after or before for you guys to be able to just sign on to that same Zoom link and role play with each other if you want. Let's say it is 30 minutes before each class. So if you guys want to sign on early, you're more than welcome to at 9:30 every day before Ignite starts. And if you guys wanted to do a separate one on your own and Zoom with each other, feel free to schedule that as well. And of course, we have to follow our rules for the do not call registry. And this is just a friendly reminder from us as your leadership. Marley generation, updates and contacts. All right, so getting help, we covered this already with Command and Connect. This is where we can find our tools and find out how to use more and all of that good stuff. All right, so there should be a success list in your toolkits. So I would take some time, maybe right as soon as this is over, to make the list of what it is you're going to be doing and just to have something to be able to check off. So take 5 minutes once we finish here today with this list to be able to complete that, so you guys have a good guide of what's going to be happening coming up next. Do you guys have any questions on the Ignite toolkit or any of that, or our upcoming classes, how Ignite's going to work, how you're getting materials? Does anyone, I offered earlier, want to go pick up printed material from the office?
Yeah, I want to pick up.
Okay.
Yeah, I just emailed you up, and my goal is to get there by tomorrow. I have to pick up like my business card, so I was hoping kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay. Cool.
Lydia, can I pick up one as well, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll have a few sets up at the front desk for you guys.
Yeah, I think I would like one too. I have to pick up my keys as well because no one was there to get them from last time I was there.
Okay, perfect. We'll get a few sets ready for you guys for you to have to pick up. And then other than that, just look for this recording later on, some point today. We record it with the Zoom cloud, so it takes a little bit of time to process, especially with it being an hour and a half. So should be up by the end of the day today. But other than that, congratulations, guys. You guys have just completed Ignite Elements 1. So Wednesday at 10 a.m., we've got number 2 with Dean. And it's going to be the same Zoom link. So I'll see you guys there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia.
Lydia.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye now.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Lydia.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.